It's time for Cleared to Play. Take you inside the tent, get you updated on the latest injuries in the Bay. Proud to partner with UCSF Health on this segment and bring in our guy, Professor of Orthopedic Surgery, Dr. Nirav Pandya. Hey, Doc, what's going on?
I'm doing good, guys. Just trying to get home from San Francisco to Oakland. So it's quite the precipitation sensation on the bridge right now.
Look at you. We're excited about that for sure. And we get it because there's a basketball game coming up and you better be in the position, Doc. However, when you get there, Jonathan Kuminga does not play basketball tonight. And Steve Kerr says, tendinitis, what should we expect here?
Yeah, I think in general, Kuminga's dealt with this in the past before, so I think they're being more cautious than anything. I would anticipate probably the next game he should be able to play. You just don't want that to flare up, particularly if they're trying to get that 9 or 10 seed. So more precautionary given his history before, but I wouldn't be super concerned about it. These aren't things that become chronic.
What's the general treatment for tendinitis, not only for a pro athlete, but for the average Joe or Joanne out there, other than just pure rest?
It really is honestly rest. I mean, you can do things in terms of ultrasound and, if it's really chronic, you can do injections, but really it's just reducing that load to that area, letting the soreness go away and then getting you back on the court. So pretty much it's just time and making sure you're maintaining that mobility and strength. So, yeah, not much except just a little bit rest and not stressing that knee.
Would you give the same answer for what TJD is dealing with? I know he got back out there, but similar type of thing, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with him, especially when you're playing, you're also kind of limiting a little bit more in terms of how many minutes you're out there. And, TJD is explosive, but Kuminga obviously is much more explosive in terms of everything he does. So he's definitely putting more pressure on that. So I think with TJD limiting minutes, and he definitely had a quicker turnaround than Kuminga, probably because Kuminga's had this before.
Speaking of limited minutes, Steph Curry's minutes have really been scrutinized. They were limited against Minnesota, back up to normal the other night, even in the second half of back-to-back. What should we look for in terms of Steph's effectiveness as his minutes go down?
Yeah, I think in general, if you look at his minutes per game over the past couple of years, usually averages around 34, 35 minutes per season. He's right at 32 right now for this season. So I think they're playing it smart. He obviously has played a lot of minutes. They're trying to rest him. I think the key thing for fans to understand is that even though people get upset about, look at his minutes, 1 to 2 increased minutes per game will not necessarily affect him. What you're looking for is what's going on over a 5 to 10 game stretch. So I think in general, you're going to see him with less minutes be able to be more explosive in the fourth quarter of games. And just the way he moves, people bring up, LeBron plays 36, 37 minutes a game, but LeBron's not moving as much as Curry does. Curry's 32 to 33 minutes is a lot more aggressive. So I think they're playing it smart and putting him in a position to do well for this last 5 to 10 games.
All right, I'm going to go totally as you're rushing home. I'm going to go completely off our normal area of discussion and just ask you as a Warrior fan. You forgive Draymond Green?
Wow, that's a tough one. I forgive him as a human being, but as a basketball player, I think it's hard to kind of justify his actions on the court. Clearly, there's a lot going on, and I'm sure there's everything can be said about that. But on the court, you can't let your team down when that when it's so consequential right now.
Doc,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the final big question then is who plays basketball tonight?
With everything that we went through last game, it's Stephen Curry. We gotta be behind Stephen Curry playing basketball tonight.
Let's go. Hopefully, Steph Curry doesn't cry tonight. Hopefully, he just plays basketball. Doc, drive safe. Yeah. Enjoy the game.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a good one.
All right, there he goes. The proceeding was sponsored by UCSF.